Professor Andrew was known for his strict but fair teaching style at the prestigious University of Maplewood. He valued critical thinking and originality above all else. Among his many students was a peculiar young man named Kokalis, whose curiosity often went beyond the boundaries of conventional classroom discussions. One afternoon, after a particularly challenging lecture on quantum mechanics, Kokalis lingered in the classroom as the other students left. Professor Andrew noticed and raised an eyebrow. "Something on your mind, Kokalis?" he asked, packing his notes into a leather briefcase. Kokalis hesitated for a moment before speaking. "Professor, during your lecture, you mentioned that particles can exist in two places at once, but isn't it just as likely that they're in neither?" Andrew paused, intrigued. "An interesting perspective. Are you suggesting that our observations might be fundamentally flawed?" Kokalis nodded enthusiastically. "Exactly. What if we're just imposing our own limitations on how we interpret the universe? What if reality is something entirely beyond what we're capable of measuring?" Andrew leaned against his desk, stroking his chin thoughtfully. "That's a bold hypothesis. It's the kind of thinking that challenges the status quo, which I admire. But science relies on observable and repeatable evidence. Without that, how do we advance?" Kokalis grinned. "By questioning even the foundations of observation itself. Maybe the tools we use to observe reality are blinding us to what's truly there." The professor smiled faintly, impressed by the young man's audacity. "Kokalis, you remind me of why I became a teacher. To ignite this kind of fire in the minds of my students. But remember, questioning is only the first step. The next step is finding a way to test your ideas, no matter how unconventional." Kokalis nodded. "Challenge accepted, Professor." As Kokalis left the classroom, Andrew found himself deep in thought. The conversation replayed in his mind, sparking ideas he hadn't considered in years. It seemed Kokalis had not only questioned the universe, but had also managed to reignite Andrew's own curiosity.